Anti-inflammatories and medications over a period of time have their own deleterious effects, like they can affect your gastric lining. They are
Kidneys.
nephrotoxic if
Yeah.
taken for a long period of time. So patients have to realize that combining exercise, combining medication is for their own good, and if they lose weight, they're obviously loading their joints less. If the
Yeah.
load is less, the wear is less. If the wear is less, the pain is less.
Welcome to Honestly Speaking with 360 Plus, your companion to holistic health. At 360 Plus, we combine the best of nature and science to address root causes and help you heal from within and reclaim your life. So today we have with us some incredible experts. We have Dr. Nilesh Talwarkar, who is an orthopedic and joint replacement surgeon affiliated with Bombay Hospital as well as Breach Candy Hospital. And we have Dr. Nitin Goradia, who is an Ayurvedic expert with over 30 years of experience. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Lots to unpack over here about osteoarthritis today. Dr. Talwarkar, I'm going to start with you. Just for listeners unfamiliar with the whole idea of osteoarthritis, there's a lot of confusion as well between osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, rheumatoid arthritis as well. So what is the disease? What causes the condition?
So, in layman's terms, osteoarthritis is joint failure, and a medical definition for osteoarthritis would be focal loss of articular cartilage associated with a varying degree of damage to various tissues around the joint. Now, we need to understand that our bodies have joints which are mobile, and these joints are covered by cartilage which provides a near zero friction articulation, so movement is smooth. Now, over a period of time, this cartilage tends to start thinning away, and at the end stage, there is bare bone exposed, and that is what is responsible for pain and symptoms. Now, Anjana mentioned rheumatoid arthritis and osteoporosis. So, rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune condition wherein articular joint destruction takes place because of an autoimmune phenomenon. The radiological or the X-ray pictures are similar to osteoarthritis, but the severity is much worse, and it affects people at different age groups. And osteoporosis refers to bone density and bone strength, which forms part of metabolic bone disease, and these three conditions are not really related.
You said rheumatoid arthritis affects people at different ages, including young people. OA doesn't, it only affects older adults?
So, osteoarthritis tends to affect individuals generally beyond the age of 50 years,
Okay.
with a peak coming at between 70 to 80 years. So, that's the peak age where it has been observed. Women tend to find more dramatic changes post menopause, and there are various other features which are contributory. So there is a definite genetic predisposition to osteoarthritis, and this could be as high as 40%. Then lifestyle, osteoarthritis tends to be seen more in the obese. As we mentioned earlier, it is age related.
Right.
So osteoarthritis is not caused by one primary cause, but is a multifactorial disease, so to speak. So you have multiple factors which, acting in unison, produce the symptoms. So, for example, there is osteoarthritis of the hip is more commonly seen in the Caucasian population, less amongst Asians. So there is a significant difference in race and ethnicity as well.
I see. So in India, would you say that we're more sort of predisposed to knee problems or?
Often the focus is on osteoarthritis of the knees.
I
But
see.
other joints are affected as well. So, small joints of the hands,
Yeah.
the hips, the
I see.
spine, all these joints which are synovial joints do get affected with osteoarthritis.
So pain in the hands and the fingers. and
So, thumb joint, the joint at the base of the thumb, which is called the first carpometacarpal joint, that is most often affected with osteoarthritis.
I see.
Again, rarer is affection of the shoulder joint and the elbow, but not as often seen as one would see arthritis of the hip and knee.
I see. So Dr. Goradi, can I ask you from an Ayurvedic perspective?
Yes, please.
What causes osteoarthritis?
As per Ayurveda, this osteoarthritis is also known as Sandhigatva. and to rheumatoid arthritis it is labeled as Amvat. So to understand this संधिगत वात हमें 3 चीज़ों को समझना है. संधि मीन्स जॉइंट, 2 या 2 से ज़्यादा बोन्स जिस एक जगह पे मिलते हैं उसको जॉइंट बोलते हैं, और बोन्स मतलब आयुर्वेद में उसको अस्थि बोलते हैं. और ये वात का प्रॉब्लम है, तो व्हाट इज़ वात? वात इज एनी मूवमेंट इन द बॉडी इज टर्म्ड एज वात.
Okay.
So there are 3 entities as per Ayurveda: Vata, Pitta, Kapha, which takes care of our full body function, mechanism, digestion, metabolism. So what is Vata? Vata is not something that we throw out air from flatus or belching. There is waste Vata. Actual Vata is breathing, pumping. Who does? How it happens? With the force, that is Vata. We are doing actions, extension, flexion. That Vata is responsible for that.
Okay.
What is Pitta? Pitta is not something that we throw out in vomit, green, yellow color, bitter substance. Pitta is responsible for digestion and metabolism.
Okay.
And flame is responsible for all joint structures of the body. Flame is not something that we blow out from our nose or spit from the mouth.
Okay.
So यहाँ पर संधिगत वात में आयुर्वेद में ऐसा बताया है कि वायु जो है ये शरीर में विभिन्न स्थानों पर रहता है, जैसे लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन में, कमर में, वैसे ही वो अस्थि यानी बोन के पोरस पार्ट में रहता है. बोन्स आर पोरस. तो आयुर्वेद में बताया है कि तत्रास्थिनि स्थितो वायु. जब शरीर में वायु बिगड़ती हैं, जिसे हम कहते हैं विशिएशन ऑफ द वात, ये तो वायु उसकी क्वालिटी से ख़राब होती है या वायु के साथ में आम चिकनाहट साथ में मिलती है, तब ये सब प्रॉब्लम शुरू होते हैं. और जब ये वायु शरीर में बढ़ जाती है तो वायु का जो रुक्ष गुण है ये बोन्स में पोरोसिटी को बढ़ाता है. और जैसे बारिश की सीज़न में लकड़े के दरवाजे या खिड़की टाइट हो जाते हैं, उसी प्रकार क्योंकि आयुर्वेद के हिसाब से वर्षा ऋतु में वायु का प्रकोप होता है, तो बोन्स के अंदर भी वायु बढ़ने से अस्थि बढ़ती है, जॉइंट स्पेस रिड्यूस होती है, और जॉइंट स्पेस रिड्यूस होने के बाद ये संधिवात की व्याधि होती है. तो शास्त्र में बताया है कि जैसे जॉइंट है ये हवा से भरे हुए बैग के जैसा लगना, और आकुंचन प्रसारणयोः वेदना, मतलब संधि की मूवमेंट्स, जॉइंट की मूवमेंट करते समय वेदना होती है. ये इसे आयुर्वेद संधिवात कहते हैं.
तो इसमें कोई खाने की ऐसी चीज़ें होती हैं जिसमें दैट यू कैन फाइंड रिलीफ?
जैसे संधिवात की जो ट्रीटमेंट है ये ब्रॉडली 3 एस्पेक्ट से होती है: आहार, विहार और औषधि. आहार इज डाइट. तो जैसे डाइट में हमें ठंडा या रूखा भोजन नहीं करना है, इजीली डाइजेस्टेबल गर्म खाना खाना है, अपना ज़्यादा सार या फर्मेंटेड फूड, खट्टा या तो फर्मेंट किया हुआ, खटाई दिया हुआ खाना अधिक मात्रा में नहीं खाना है, ज़्यादा चिल्ड ठंडी चीज़ों का उपयोग नहीं करना है. आजकल बहुत सारे कारणों से लोग तेल भी खाना छोड़ देते हैं. तो तेल ये आयुर्वेद के हिसाब से वायु की परम औषधि है, मतलब बेस्ट मेडिसिन फॉर वात इज ऑयल.
Okay.
तो भोजन में उचित मात्रा में तेल होना ज़रूरी है विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू आपकी बाकी सब प्रॉब्लम्स को देखते हुए.
Yeah.
और विहार के अंदर मतलब जैसे हमारे यहाँ पहले ज़माने से बताया है कि पहले के लोग बॉडी को पूरा मसाज करते थे, तो आयुर्वेद ने मसाज के लिए ऐसा बताया है कि अभ्यंगम आचरित नित्यम, मतलब अभ्यंग है, ऑयल मसाज है, ये रोज करना चाहिए. स जरा व्याधि नाशनम, ये बुढ़ापे को रोकता है और बीमारी को दूर रखता है. तो तेल जो है ये वायु के अपोजिट गुण वाला चीज़ है, तो उसका जॉइंट पे वार्म ल्यूकवार्म ऑयल का मसाज, मतलब अगर आप बॉडी पे रोज़ मसाज नहीं कर सकते कोई बात नहीं, कम से कम जॉइंट्स पे कर लीजिए। यदि जॉइंट्स पे भी रोज़ नहीं कर सकते तो सप्ताह में 1 बार 2 बार कर लेंगे, तो भी हम वायु को बढ़ने से बचा सकते हैं। और रही बात औषधों की, तो अश्वगंधा है, हल्दी है, शल्लकी है, गुगुल है, रासना है, सूंठी है, कुरुचि है, ये सारे वायु को कम करने वाले और बोन डेंसिटी बढ़ाने वाले हैं।
Acha. Dr. Talwarkar, again, like I started off talking about how there's a lot of confusion around what osteoarthritis is. There's also a lot of confusion, there are a lot of misconceptions rather about what the condition is as well, how it progresses, what you should and what you should not do, right? What are some of the misconceptions you've come across that
So
you'd like to
basically,
address?
the vast majority of patients would present with pain,
Yes.
either in one joint. So, for example, a patient with osteoarthritis of the knee,
Yeah.
they would generally present with, both my knees hurt, probably one worse than the other. Over a period of time,
Yeah.
their symptoms have increased to a point where they start having night pains and are unable to, perform their activities of daily living. Unfortunately, people tend to seek medical attention pretty late on in the game when they've
Yeah.
already kind of progressed significantly enough where conservative treatments will not work. So, the general advice would be when you start experiencing pain,
Yeah.
it's sensible to seek medical advice so we can intervene early.
But pain in my knee, pain
So,
in
typically,
generally-
osteoarthritis of the knee will present with knee pain.
Yeah.
Hip arthritis would present with groin pain
Okay.
and difficulty in doing simple tasks like getting out of a car or bending forwards. Patients start finding increasing difficulty doing simple tasks, and over a period of time, it just gets worse.
Right.
With arthritis of the hip, patients will also compare that they tend to develop a limp or shortening of an extremity.
Ah, I see.
And these are warning signs. So the general advice is when you start experiencing pain, it's sensible and reasonable to seek medical attention. And when I see these patients, obviously we take a full detailed history regarding the nature of the pain,
Yes.
whether pain is present only on activity or whether it manifests even at rest and during sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do a complete radiological workup where we get x-rays of the affected parts and study the x-rays and assess the degree of and nature of the disease. If there is significant deformity or significant degeneration, then one has to consider joint replacement surgery. But the vast majority of patients, you can push surgery as far as possible because on an average, the lifespan of a prosthetic joint is limited. So, ideally, a patient shouldn't have multiple procedures
Yeah.
to cover the duration of their life. So,
Yeah.
surgical intervention should be contemplated only when conservative management methods have
Not yielded
failed
the result,
and have
yeah.
not yielded good results. So,
Right.
we tend to offer patients physical therapy where we advise the therapist to improve the tone and improve the muscle strength around the joints. Over and above that, they are given medication to reduce pain and inflammation.
Uh-huh.
But these are again short-term modalities. After that, we could offer them an intra-articular injection where we inject a cortisone or a steroid inside the knee, which helps to reduce pain, inflammation, and that often acts for 6 months to a year if they are in the early part of the illness. And we also tend to use hyaluronic acid,
Yes.
which we call viscosupplementation. So that is very similar to the fluid which is naturally secreted by synovial joints. So in layman's terms, it's simply greasing up the joint. So that helps as well. And if these modalities fail, then obviously we proceed with surgery. So that's
Yeah.
either a hip or a knee replacement, and patients do incredibly well
Yeah.
post surgery.
One thing I think that everyone can agree on is that, as you said, a misconception is that surgery is the only way, right? one thing I think we can agree on is lifestyle management, right? I mean, that's important to preventing or at least pushing off the onset of osteoarthritis. I mean, dietary obviously changes would be to lose weight, things like that. Exercise is, of course, I think important for everybody. More important, I think, if you're predisposed to osteoarthritis. But also, there's supplements that people turn to. What is your view on supplements?
So typically supplements which are used for arthritic patients are on their own or in combinations, but one needs to understand that these supplements are fairly expensive, and one needs to take them for a prolonged period of time. So it is an idea to provide patients with supplements for a period of time and combine it with lifestyle changes like weight reduction, increase their level of activity, and take it from there really. And their role is, there is a definite role for
all of these,
glucosamine and these other supplements.
Right. Dr. Goradia, Ayurveda also emphasizes lifestyle changes. Can you tell us a little bit about that in the context of osteoarthritis?
So lifestyle is one of the important factor to prevent this osteoarthritis. यत्र संगख वैगुण्य व्याधिस तत्र उपजायते, उसका मतलब यह है कि शरीर में जिस जगह पे कोई फेवरेबल प्लेस रहेगी उस जगह पे वो बिगड़ी हुई वायु जाके बैठ जाती है। रात में देर तक जगना ये वायु को बढ़ाता है।
अच्छा।
बासी खाना खाना, ठंडा खाना खाना ये वायु को बढ़ाता है। हमारे यहाँ पे ट्रेडिशनली एक्सरसाइज को काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंस दिया है, पर आप कोई भी कहीं भी पुरानी लिटरेचर में देखेंगे तो जो भी रेगुलर एक्सरसाइज करने वाले लोग हैं वो रेगुलर बॉडी को ऑयल मसाज और ये सब करते थे, क्योंकि वो वात को पेसिफाई करता है। तो जो ट्रॉमेटिक जो एक्सरसाइज करने वाले हैं या रेसलिंग करने वाले हैं तो उनको वो जो ट्रॉमा होता है उसकी जो इल इफेक्ट्स है वो मसाज बॉडी ऑयलिंग उसको प्रिवेंट करती है। तो जैसे मैंने पहले बताया कि अभ्यंगम आचरित नित्यम नहीं कर सकते, रोज मसाज मत करिए, 2 दिन में 3 दिन में एक बार बॉडी को नहीं कर सकते मत करिए, सिर्फ जॉइंट्स को थोड़ा 2-3 मिनट गोल गोल कर लीजिए। आप प्लेन सेसमी ऑयल यूज़ कर सकते हैं, कोल्ड क्लाइमेट रहने वाले मस्टर्ड ऑयल का कर सकते हैं, या फिर आयुर्वेद के काफ़ी जेनेरिक फॉर्मुलेशंस मार्केट में अवेलेबल है। महानारायण तेल है, बला अश्वगंधा तेल है, तो ये सब चीज़ आप यूज़ करेंगे तो डेफिनेटली हम उसको प्रिवेंट भी कर सकते हैं।
Okay. Dr. Talwarkar, so do you, I mean, we're talking about Ayurveda as well, and the whole point of this podcast is that we really believe that you need to take a holistic approach to healing, whatever the conditions are. The same is also true for osteoarthritis. Now, do you see a trend of people trying to combine different approaches? Do you recommend a holistic approach to people? What is the sort of feedback that you're getting? And when you talk about the importance of, can you talk about rather the importance of weight management? We talked about that a little bit. Physical therapy and tailored exercise programs in a comprehensive treatment plan.
So what I tend to find is patients with osteoarthritis, they enter sort of vicious cycle. So the usual discussion which is had is, I'm in so much pain, I can't walk, I can't walk, so I'm piling on the weight. And because my weight is increasing, my pain is getting worse. So that cycle has to be eliminated or broken somewhere. So the idea is to provide patients with analgesia or pain relief. So they are put on an anti-inflammatory regime of medication, so that helps with the pain. The minute the pain reduces to some extent, we get them to initiate a change in their lifestyle, that is increase exercise. Your calorific value or calorific load has to reduce, and they are observed over a period of time to see whether they are consciously making the effort and losing weight. Now if there is no success in the path of losing weight, then unfortunately one has to move forward and provide them with a surgical solution, because anti-inflammatories and medications over a period of time have their own deleterious effects, like they can affect your gastric lining, they are nephrotoxic if taken for a long period of time. So patients have to realize that combining exercise, combining medication is for their own good, and if they lose weight, they are obviously loading their joints less. If the
Yeah.
load is less, the wear is less. If the wear is less, the pain is less. So
Right.
I try and counsel them to the best of my abilities. And if
Yeah.
that works, well and good. And if it doesn't,
Yeah.
we do offer them surgery pretty early on the game. So whatever life is left, the
Yeah.
quality of life should be optimal, and they're able to do things that they are wanting to, that is travel and
Yeah,
self-care.
absolutely.
So these are important
Yeah.
things for patients as well. So
Yeah.
that's the sort of approach but I
Right.
don't offer surgery as the first
Yeah.
resort.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
if
obviously.
patients are getting night pain and their activities of daily living are significantly affected, then they clearly missed the bus, and we need to consider surgery pretty
Right.
much straight away.
What
But-
is the youngest patient that you've had to go the surgical route?
So
with?
I've done a knee replacement on a 24-year-old, but that was rheumatoid. But I would say the youngest knee replacement I've done was on someone who was 45 years old,
For
and the
OA.
oldest was 92 for OA.
Wow, and that's very young. 42 is very young to get a knee replacement done.
There's some people who, not really explainable why they developed such significant arthritis, but single joint affection was there, so I had to do just one knee, but they've done incredibly well.
So, what would you say should be the starting point for somebody who has now just recognized that they have developed symptoms of osteoarthritis?
So they need to not worry that this is the early stages of arthritis are
Yeah.
not something to be overly alarmed about.
Correct?
The progression of the disease cannot be commented on, but we can definitely prevent it from getting worse rapidly. So you need to initiate changes in your lifestyle. So try and keep your weight under control, regular exercise, good mobility,
Yeah,
and obviously diet control helps as well.
right.
I also tend to refer them onto a physical therapist, so they strengthen the muscles around the affected joint,
Yes.
and that helps to maintain
Support the joints,
stability,
yeah.
keep their gait as normal as possible, and these are things which keep their confidence levels high.
डॉक्टर गोराडिया, कई लोग समझते हैं कि when you do Ayurveda, when you use Ayurvedic therapies, you cannot combine it with allopathy, right? और बस यही काफ़ी है, इसके अलावा आपकी राय में क्या है? होलिस्टिक अप्रोच बेटर है कि आप क्या समझते हैं?
होलिस्टिक अप्रोच इज़ डेफिनेटली एडवाइजेबल, क्योंकि यहाँ पे पेन रिलीफ, इमीडिएट पेन रिलीफ के लिए पेन किलर्स का यूज़ होता है, और उसके साथ में जो पॉजिटिव फैक्टर है जिस कारण से शरीर में ऑस्टियोआर्थराइटिस हुआ है, ये दवाइयाँ से, वो दवाइयों से नहीं हट सकता है। तो उसके लिए वायु को शांत करने वाली, अस्थि को, बोन्स को ताकत देने वाली आयुर्वेद दवाई का यूज़ अंडर सुपरविजन, अंडर मेडिकल सुपरविजन आप कर सकते हैं। एलोपैथी और आयुर्वेदिक दवा साथ में लेते हैं तो दोनों के बीच में कम से कम आधा घंटे का गैप रखना चाहिए।
अच्छा, और अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि ऐसी एक चीज़ जो आप चाहते हो कि लोगों को जानना चाहिए ऑस्टियोआर्थराइटिस के बारे में फ्रॉम एन आयुर्वेदिक पॉइंट
ऑफ व्यू, ऑस्टियोआर्थराइटिस इज़ अ लाइफस्टाइल डिसऑर्डर।
या
मतलब हमारी गलत जो जीवन शैली है, आधुनिकरण जो बोल रहे हैं
जी,
तो यही आज के युग में ये आर्थराइटिस का कारण है। जैसे आज से 25-30 साल पहले गांव में लोग जल्दी सो जाते थे, जल्दी उठते थे।
जी।
आज हर जगह गांव में भी सब अर्बनाइजेशन के सब पहुंच गए, तो उनकी भी लाइफस्टाइल अर्बन लाइफस्टाइल जैसी हो गई है। तो वो लोग भी देर रात तक टीवी देखते हैं या सोशल मीडिया पे रहते हैं।
जी।
तो रात में कम नींद होना, ये भी शरीर में वायु बढ़ाता है। ज़्यादा एक्सरसाइज करना, ये भी शरीर में वायु बढ़ाता है। तो ये बोन डेंसिटी को कम करते हैं और बोन को फुलाते हैं।
अच्छा,
बोन्स में जो ऑस्टियोफाइट्स निकलते हैं या तो जॉइंट स्पेस जो रिड्यूस होती है वो, और जो बोन के ऊपर उसकी कोरोसिव इफेक्ट होती है वायु।
अच्छा। And Dr. Talwarkar, same question to you. What is the one thing that you would wish that more people ought to know about osteoarthritis?
So people need to be vigilant with symptoms and deformities. So if they find that the
Sorry, you've mentioned deformities earlier. What kind of deformities?
so sticking to the knee, patients start developing knock knees. So the alignment of one limb or both limbs instead of being fairly straight, starts angulating. They are unable to completely straighten their knees.
Okay.
If you look at the hips, the patients are not able to move their, abduct or take their legs away from the midline. So these are all signs which, indicate that medical supervision or a complete evaluation is necessary. And as far as patients who have arthritis, they need to understand that it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
If they keep active, they keep mobile, they focus on weight reduction and lifestyle modification, they can definitely escape surgery if they bring significant changes in their lives. And surgical intervention is always, in today's day and age, it's safe.
Yeah.
Anesthesia is safe.
Absolutely.
The vast majority of patients who have knee replacement go home on day 2 or day 3, and they're pretty much fully recovered within a couple of months.
And I also want to ask you about advancements.
So there are lots of interesting things going on. So they, with the advent of tech, we have started doing robotic assisted joint replacement surgery.
Sure.
So at this point in time, we have to do the exposure, but the cuts are more precise, the alignment is more precise. So this is definitely the way forward. Obviously, it's still in the early stages. I mean, there are lots of interesting things coming out.
In the area of advancements, I know when we talk about advancements, the immediate idea is to think about technology, robotics, as you said, but it's also advances in approaches. And I think that we've returned now to a time where more people are sort of conscious of taking a holistic approach to healing. Would you? Is that something that you are finding by and large?
People are more health conscious, that's for sure. So the whole
more
focus
aware
has changed from, the vast majority of people in the past would come with, significant advancement. Of late you do tend to see that people seek medical advice pretty much soon in the game. So before things get out of control, they are well into management protocols have been set up, and they're doing well on that.
Okay.
So that that is a significant change. So even in the lower socio-economic class, they're pretty
savvy,
clued up on what's going on. So that's definitely a good
great.
thing.
That's great to hear. Quick myth busting round. Okay, आपके लिए पहले सर. Alternative therapies and modern medicine can't work together. True or false?
False.
तो आयुर्वेदा and
जैसे दोनों दवाई को आप चला सकते हैं, पर दोनों दवाई एक साथ में नहीं लेना है, थोड़ा गैप करके लेना है, ताकि अननोइंगली कोई ड्रग इंटरेक्शन है तो उसको हम अवॉइड कर सकते हैं.
ठीक है. Question for you, Dr. Talwarkar. Only older adults get osteoarthritis.
Seen in the youngish population as well. So, like I mentioned, the youngest I've done in India is 45, primary osteoarthritis of the knee.
Yeah, and as we talked about, also injury can also cause.
Life-changing injuries do predispose due to premature onset of arthritis, but that's not primary osteoarthritis. It is secondary to an insult or an injury.
Sure. And herbal remedies, safe and effective, all of them?
Usually medicines are safe जब दवाई डॉक्टर के सुपरविजन में या उनकी सलाह से लिया जाता है. यदि कोई सामान्य व्यक्ति अगर 1 लीटर दूध भी पी लेता है तो उसको जुलाब लगने वाले हैं, तो ये दूध की साइड इफेक्ट हुई या ओवरडोज हुआ. सो व्हाट हैपेंस दैट पीपल are basically unaware about the dosage, when to take. थोड़ा कहीं सुना, देखा, कहा, और people start taking it, they'll end up in trouble, and उससे आयुर्वेद का नाम बदनाम होता है.
जी, अगर आपको 3 चीज़ें जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ें हैं ऑस्टियोआर्थराइटिस के बारे में अगर आपको बताना होगा हमारी ऑडियंस को, ये खाना, ये मत करना, सिर्फ 3 चीज़ें, आप क्या बोलेंगे?
गरम ताज़ा भोजन, अपना इंडियन ट्रेडिशनल बैलेंस डाइट आपको करना है.
ठीक है.
प्रॉपर स्लीप लेनी है 7-8 घंटे की, दैट टू बिटवीन 10 to 7.
ओके. टाइमिंग का
रात
क्या?
में, क्योंकि उसमें दोष बायोलॉजिकल क्लॉक जो है,
जी।
इसमें वायु पित्त कफ ये हर 4 घंटे में उनका ड्यूटी बदलता रहता है।
ओके।
तो जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल शाम को 6 से 10 और सुबह में 6 से 10 ये कफ का काल होता है।
अच्छा
10 से 2 में रात में पित्त का काल होता है, ऐसे ही दिन में।
अच्छा।
और 2 बजे से 6 बजे तक वायु का काल होता है। तो ये काल के हिसाब से हर चीज़, भोजन भी, निद्रा भी उसके समय से होनी चाहिए।
अच्छा, तो 2 चीज़ें आपने कही, एक तो
जी।
गरम भोजन खाना है, इंडियन खाना आपने कहा है, दूसरे 10 से 7 बजे तक नींद करना है,
तीसरी चीज़ ये है कि आयुर्वेद में दिनचर्या और ऋतुचर्या बताई है कि सुबह क्या करना उठकर। जैसे दिनचर्या का एक भाग में अभ्यंग आता है, ऑयल मसाज। दूसरा आयुर्वेद में बताया है ऋतु के हिसाब से अलग अलग डाइट रहता है। जैसे अभी हाल में मकर संक्रांति गई है, तो मकर संक्रांति में हम तिल गुड़ खाते हैं, तो ये बोन हेल्थ के लिए अच्छा है।
सीजनल फूड जो
Yes.
है, दैट्स वेरी गुड। 3 अच्छे से टिप्स दिए आपने डॉक्टर तलवारकर। योर टॉप 3 tips for people with
Be
osteo-
vigilant.
Yeah.
Keep
No,
your
be
weight.
vigilant is for somebody who has not yet diagnosed it. I want 3 for people who have got it.
Don't lose hope.
Yeah.
Not the end of the road. And stay healthy and mobile. And
So Dr. Goradia, आप ये आयुर्वेदिक फॉर्मुलेशंस के बारे में थोड़ा सा हमें बता सकते हैं, और जो ये सप्लीमेंट्स होती है उनके बारे में कुछ कह सकते हैं, जो इंग्रेडिएंट्स हैं उनमें? मैंने सुना है कर्क्यूमिन, रोज हिप।
तो कर्क्यूमिन जो है, रोज हिप है, ये सब एंटी इन्फ्लेमेटरी है, एंटीऑक्सीडेंट है। ऊपर से अश्वगंधा है, ये बोन डेंसिटी को बढ़ाता है और इम्यूनिटी को बढ़ाता है, वायु को कम करता है, स्ट्रेस को कम करता है। फिर कॉमीफेरा मुकुल, बुबुल जिसको बोलते हैं, ये बुबुल भी वात शामक है, एंटी इन्फ्लेमेटरी एनाल्जेसिक प्रॉपर्टी है उसमें। और रासना हर्ब है, जिंजर है, इनका भी इसमें उपयोग होता है।
तो एक क्वेश्चन है दोनों डॉक्टरों के लिए। एक तो आपने अब स्ट्रेस की बात की थी, तो स्ट्रेस का क्या रोल होता है ऑस्टियोआर्थराइटिस में? सेम क्वेश्चन फॉर यू आल्सो डॉक्टर तलवारकर।
सो स्ट्रेस जो है ये भी वायुवर्धक है, मतलब ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस होने से शरीर में वात बढ़ता है। पहले के लोग डेली बालों में तेल लगाते थे, तो जैसे कार में इंजन को ठंडा रखने के लिए रेडिएटर होता है, वैसे ये जो हमारे ब्रेन का रेडिएटर है, तो बालों में रोज तेल लगाना चाहिए, पर हम अभी वो तेल लगाना ट्रेडिशन भूल गए हैं, वी हैव लेफ्ट बिहाइंड। तो ये भी अप्लाइंग ऑयल टू हेयर इज ऑल्सो स्ट्रेस रिलीविंग, क्योंकि वो जो ऑयल होता है इसको स्ट्रेस रिलीविंग हर्ब्स जैसे है, ब्राह्मी है, शंखपुष्पी है, जटामासी है, तगर है, इसके साथ में प्रोसेस करके जो मेडिकेटेड ऑयल है उसको आप दिन में नहीं लगा सकते, मत लगाइए। वीक में 1 बार 2 बार बाल धोने से पहले रात में लगा के सो जाइए, या फिर सुबह में लगा के रखिए 1-2 घंटा और छोड़ दीजिए। प्राणायाम करिए, मेडिटेशन करिए
जी,
ये भी स्ट्रेस रिलीविंग के लिए अच्छा है।
जी डॉक्टर तलवारकर।
not really completely sure about what interplay stress has with osteoarthritis, but definitely if you reduce your stress levels, you are more in a position to,
Yeah.
be active, be mobile. So,
I mean,
yeah,
one
so-
obvious thing that comes to my mind, of course, is if you're stressed, you tend to overeat.
Yeah, so that's, comfort eating and
Yes.
anxiety and, all these things. If you're able to, if you're stressed out about something, you need therapy, go ahead and seek it. Anything that reduces your stress
Yeah.
levels
Yeah.
will directly affect your lifestyles.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for making the time to be here today.
Thank you.
So healing isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. There are many different paths to wellness. It's important to take the first step. That's what we're trying with this podcast, Honestly Speaking with 360 Plus. So share this episode with someone who could benefit from it. And remember, your best life begins with informed choices.